Thank you for joining me on the channel Mazarov Messages, Mazarov Tarot. Today I am doing a conspiracy conversation. It's actually, I don't know if I want to label it or number it part 3.2 or if I want to number it part 4. So it could be one of those, take it or resonates. I'm most likely going to do it, make it be a part 3.2. But regardless, this is my Bible study, conspiracy, decoding, whatever it is, segment on my channel. And yeah, I do use masculine and feminine energy pronouns, but you don't have to be a biological male or female to be into either. And which I feel, going off the Bible, it would actually be the opposite. I use male and female pronouns, but you don't have to be a biological man or woman to be in either of those energies. But anyway, I might throw in some signs if I see anything, like for instance, what comes after Leo? Virgo. Virgos are looking for perfection. Okay, or taking action, take care of resonates. But the reason why this is going to be a 3, I might lose, excuse me. I might use, someone's in the pursuit of happiness as well, could be a Libra. I might use signs if I do see any of them mixed in, and so on and so forth. Someone's also a triple threat. Okay. And I'll say something about the Knickers. They call it the New York Knicks. Knickers, I thought Knickers was draws. I don't know what it is. Takes our resonates with art. Anywho, so let's go ahead and get into today's reading. If you have been following along in my previous, not renditions, readings that are conspiracy conversations, Bible studies, so on and so forth. My first one, which is actually my second one, my first one has not uploaded just yet. It will be out soon. It wasn't off the dome, but something like that. I haven't been able to upload it yet. It's still uploading. But my second one, my part 2, there's a lot of little golden Easter eggs. Like I kept asking what's good to me, that resonates with, like, and then I'm doing it again, I'm feeling subdued or something like that, because I looked up subdued and it actually got something to do with oppress, things like that. And it made me think of the Pope, ironically enough, because if you look at that backwards, it does say op, but it's like op for Hammond. Take it out, resonates. But it could not be, whatever. It does have arches, archbishops, and whatever else has you. But anywho, that's a side note off a side note. On the first one, there's a lot of little goose eggs, like what's good. A lot of people don't know what the word good means. You would have to have forbidden knowledge to even know what good and evil is. You would have to have 8 from that tree. And then for my second one, my third one, which is, it has the picture of the 4 head rivers in the Middle East, which is commands of the forehead, but it's like a GI tract. It says piston, to urinate, all things that are masculine energy that was created out of dust, would have been programmed to just, but like tigress, I don't know, he could have been running with the tigress, but I think that means fasting. So it's like, hurry up, use the bathroom, shit, piss, do what you got to do and get back to work, and then die or cross over. I don't know what it is. But I was doing little symbols like this, which represents arches and houses, but I was talking about a vast array, clothing, things like that. There were just a lot of different coded things in there that I did want to mention, because it could jumpstart someone to see those things. Maybe not, take it out of resonance, but I did think that I wanted to bring that to the forefront. So yeah, I left off with talking about the commands, the orders that God should have gave to Adam because where I left off was in Genesis 3:15. Well, that section, but that wasn't the number I left off on. Hold on, you guys. I can say verbatim. Oh, yes, I did. Yeah, I had left off on the conversation that God asked Adam, where are you? Where are you? And that's a rhetorical question because that's a new word as well, right? We don't know who you is just yet. That's a rhetorical question that Adam should have not been able to answer. Okay, but before I get into any of that, I was actually just looking at Eve. Well, her name's not Eve just yet. I am not Eve. Okay. But the character of Eve in the Bible, she has not been named Eve just yet. I don't know when that naming, thing will happen, but whatever. Eve, before she had ate the forbidden fruit, she had forbidden knowledge of secret conversations or conversations that happened between man and God. Eve could hear, or Eve would know conversations that happened without her being present or even alive. She would have heard from the past or, whatever, conversations that man had with God, or at least a Lord, which the word Lord means a master, someone that has a degree, a master's degree, a master builder. But that building is to rest, meaning it's just a command. I just command you, I name you, I tell you, whatever. But I just thought that was interesting because it never says that Eve was around to have that conversation, or woman was around to have that conversation with God. But woman, when asked by the serpent, or what was told about the two trees in the middle of the garden, knew that information. She was privy to it. But also, it's really insightful because Eve could hear that conversation. I'm guessing that allowed the serpent to talk. Not only did the serpent talk, the serpent answered Eve. Woman started to have conversations with serpentine energy. Men, aka Adam, because he had been named by the time we got to this point in my part 3.1, had not had a conversation with the serpent. The serpent felt comfortable to talk to Eve before she even took part of partaking in forbidden knowledge. So Eve was, or the woman was in a point where she could hear conversations between man and God. And also she was able to talk to the devil or the serpent face to face with no fear. What Eve or woman felt, what Eve feared was feeling, I believe, because she thought touching was connected to dying, and also disobeying something that was not told to her, but something that she had heard through the grapevine. But I thought that was really interesting because until this point, but we're going to go on and maybe God will have a conversation with woman. But until where I left off at, God hadn't had a conversation with woman. Woman was only dealing with the devil, and men were dealing strictly with God and not the devil. So I think that's a little sexist, if you will. What else did I think about? Oh yeah, and I got to the point where woman, I don't think she was yet called Eve. She was labeled woman or wife. I don't like WWE. She had gave Adam some. Now, to naughty individuals, maybe people that are conspiracies into like planets, like Jupiter, things like that. Because just going off the Bible, Lord God, the Spirit of God, which I'm going to get to in a second, did not tell men to name anything out of their domain. That's Illuminati, NASA, things like that. That's why they say astrology is Illuminati or bad. It's not fortune telling, because fortune telling is this account of Adam and Eve. with a ledger and all that good stuff. But it is Illuminati because those are light parties. And you're being naughty because somebody has told you do not. That's not your place to name. That's not your place. How can you name? How can you spy? How can you watch on things bigger, better than yourself? Kind of thing. But anyway, going back to what I was thinking about before I get to the Spirit of God or whatever have you. She gave Adam some. If you're being Illuminati, you would think that it's sexual, because a lot of people believe that after woman gave Adam the fruit to partake, to know that they made love under the tree in the shade. Someone's being big shady. I don't think that's what she did. She gave Adam someone. Because I was thinking about biological. Biological has something to do with reason. She gave Adam reason, feelings, in someone, to believe in someone, to hold on to someone. I just don't think that is sex. Okay, because she's like, not me. Not me. So that is something else I was thinking about. And then also I wanted to go back to the beginning of Genesis when they were talking about the Spirit of God. I had mentioned this previously before I even had a Bible. And I was thinking about manna, because manna is bread. And when you take the first letters of each of those words, the Spirit of God, you get sog. I started thinking about soggy bread, manna, that was hovering over the waters, right? It would make it wet. I don't like that. But it's just a water sign. I do believe the Spirit of God is a water sign. There's something going on with, in the beginning, there was just a water sign, maybe an air sign, and darkness. I don't know. But I don't know. Shit, that's how the earth go around. I don't know what it is. Take it as resonates, but it was something about the Spirit of God. Was there was something with the water sign, and it's like I was here first. What else did I want to talk about? Because we haven't got to manna bread just yet, so that's something else. Oh, I did talk about how God created a percent of things. Yes, because I said God created like 5 times so far. I don't know if that's got something to do with 58, being a create. I don't know what that is. 38. I don't know what those letters are. You have to C28. A C28. A C28? I mean, think 28. I think that's be fruitful and multiply, but that's not what the Bible even says. It doesn't say to multiply. It says to increase. Increase got something to do with Cree, I do believe. I don't know. But I did mention that God had made 4. Now, I was thinking about money because on the keyboard, the number 4 resonates with the money symbol. The power key or something like that. I can't remember what it was called. But I also thought about the living creatures. God was made for the living creatures. Now, the living creatures have nothing to do with men, Adam and Eve, women. It has nothing to do with birds, winged beings. It has nothing to do with great creatures. It has nothing to do with male or female. It has nothing to do with the Lord God. God, the original God, not the Spirit of God, before he rested, he had created great creatures that weren't specifically living, and living creatures. God was made for them. Now, I do know that later on that in the Bible, they do say like, but we haven't got to that point that God created the 4 living beings or the 4 living creatures. Okay, but I think that is a play on words, that God was created for the living creatures. So some people are not living. Now, the question is, what is living? I don't know. I don't know what is living. Is it, we say it's free at this point. I don't know what a living. I don't know what that word means. But some people is going to get a room. I don't know what it is. But God was created for the living beings. And the living beings were in the, I believe, book of Revelation or something like that. So we got a way to go. But I was cognizant of that. I did hear that. Because I do watch my own readings, and I do learn from myself as well. So yeah, so let's go ahead and get into where we left off. And I have not read, okay, I have not, so we're going to be doing this together, because I needed to force myself to read it, and I knew if I was going to read it, then I wasn't going to record, because I'm just not in the mood. So I just thought that I would just, it's saying kill two birds with one stone. I just feel like I would just get both of those things out the way. So let's go ahead and see where we are. So where we left off at is he, and this he is not the serpent he, it is the Adam he, because God asked and called to the man, where are you? He answered, I heard you in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked, so I hid. So right there, okay, we're getting introduced to all these different selves. We're getting introduced to you, because somehow God is you, Lord God is you, man is you. I now, but before it was EYE. But there's 4 eyes in there. I don't know what is going on, because I heard you in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked, so I hid. I don't know. It's 1 eye, 2 eyes, but 3 eyes are 1. No, 4 eyes are 1. I don't know what it is. It's confusing the hell out of me, because I don't know you, and I don't know who God is to even begin to ask. I don't know Lord God. I don't know how to answer. I don't know what it is, but it was on me out. And he asks, who told you that you were naked? Have you eaten from the tree that I commanded you not to eat from? So at this point, this is bad. This is bad. This is the fall. The fall begins when you cannot tell yourself, you cannot tell yourself apart from God. When you start to use the same words to describe yourself that you would use to God. Because that's wrong. Because in God would be wrong. Well, God is not wrong. If God feels like you are you, or you is a man, or you is a he. But this is where it goes downhill, because he is not saying Lord God. He says in rebuttals of you. Shouldn't he be saying, I heard Lord God in the garden? Like, I don't know what the hell, but I feel like that's a problem. The man said, the woman you put here with me, she gave me some fruit from the tree and I ate it. The woman you put here with me. Adam also does not want to take responsibility for his own creation. Even if he was sleeping, the woman was once his pride and joy. Oh yeah, and I want to talk about that. When the Lord God created woman, he created woman because he said that his suitable helper should never be alone. But somehow the woman was alone for the serpent to even get in to speak to the woman. The man was never there for the woman. The only thing that was there for the woman was the serpent. Because somehow that serpent was, because if Adam would have been there with the woman, the serpent would have not ever been able to ask that question. So I don't know how the man can just get seconds or something. The man can just get a relationship when he don't want to be alone, but the woman is able to be alone. That could be a financial thing, because I was looking at rib. Rib, to me, it made me start thinking, because R-I-B, it made me think of birth the opposite way. Adam could be a father, but also R&B, the sound of music, things like that. I just started thinking about that. So I don't know. Before, the woman was his wife. The woman was bones of bones, flesh of flesh. Somehow, some way to get out of trouble. It's now just a woman that you put here with me. He's like, I'm going to put it on you. It's your fault. But at first, Adam was looking at it like a blessing. But now Adam is like, if it's going to cause me to get in trouble, then she's also to blame. But obviously, he had free will and he knew more. The woman I ever talked to God. Adam specifically talked to God. Adam should have had a fear of God. Adam should have had respect for God. But that's obviously something that God did not program. Too busy commanding. Forgot the necessities. But she gave me some fruit from the tree and I ate it. Then the Lord God said to the woman, okay, so he's finally, this is new. So this could be something that is bad. This is the first time that the Lord God is having a conversation directly with the woman. The Lord God said to the woman, what is this you have done? That's a new word. This is a new. What is this you have done? I don't know what this is. A thesis. Word? I don't know what this is. I don't know. The woman said, the serpent deceived me and I ate. So the serpent would have also become like God to the woman because God had not had direct contact with the woman. God did not tell that woman to her face that you cannot eat from that tree. But the serpent had that same conversation that Lord God, had with Adam. Where the Lord God told Adam, I took you from where you come from and you can't eat from these two familiar kinds of trees. But the opposite is that the woman was told by the serpent, you can. Adam was told, you can't. You can. So they think the woman has a carnal, devilish, ground beast-like nature. And they think the man has a higher nature, a divine nature. But somebody can hear a man's thoughts. I don't give a damn. I don't know. What is this you done? So the Lord God said to the serpent, because you have done this, cursed are you above all livestock. Cursed are you above all livestock. So I don't know why, but Lord God, would then make a deal with the devil right here. It's right here. So I don't want to make it be a triangle, but it is in that thing. So we're going to do 3 eyes. I don't know how to do it, so I'm just going to do it like this. If you want to follow around, some people don't like to draw in their Bible, but it's just a book. And I'm studying. So it says, cursed are you above all livestock. So he would have instantly put the serpent above everything else. I know what above means. And it says you're above all. Shit, we just learned about some greater and lessers from the lights that God did not make. The only thing God made it do is get into a damn vault. He commanded the light and says, get here, light speed. I don't give a damn. And all livestock and all wild animals. So why I'm doing that is because of the first one-eye symbolism. It wasn't a curse. It was a blessing. So this is also something new. Cursed, I believe. We haven't had curses just yet. The first one-eye symbolism that I did was the same thing, but it was a blessing. And God blessed the images created, the mankind that are created in his own image. I don't know if that's supposed to be serpent goes in, you can eat from any trees. He told them, God blessed them and said to them, be fruitful, increase in number, fill the earth and subdue it, rule over the fish in the sea and the birds in the sky, over every living creature that moves on the ground. All right. So the Lord God, in turn, told the devil, instead of it being a blessing, let's just take that word out, you above all livestock? I think it's a question. Is he asking him? Because maybe the serpent is already cursed since him is part of the fall. He's asking him, are you above all livestock and all wild animals? Will crawl on your belly and you will eat dust all the days of your life. Now, I done told you, dust is what man was made out of originally. All the days of your life. And I, wherever I am, will put enmity between you and the woman, and between your offsprings and hers. So he told him that you can go forth and be a creator, because you're just going to get some offsprings. That's nasty. I don't know what it is. So this is when the devil's going to get some demons. When the fall. Because someone says, and between your offsprings and hers, he will crush your head and you will strike his heel. I did for a second think about the Cancer sign. The Cancer sign would be the serpent. The reason why I'm saying that is because of the mythology between Heracles and the Cancer in the 12 labors, where Hercules is battling a big crab that was sent by Hera, and he has to heal it with his feet and crush it and defeat it, type of thing like that. But it was just doing what it was told, but because of that, it gets put up because this big star, and that's why you have the Cancer sign or whatever. But somebody's gonna get healed and somebody's gonna have some crush. I don't know what it is. Take it to resonance. All right, so because of that, on the back, if you do have a similar book, it is going to leave you a little goose egg, okay? All I can see is the top eye. The two lower eyes is doing the mother of living and something. I don't know, my wrist hurts. All right, so to the woman, he said, I will make your pains in childbearing very severe. With painful labor, you will give birth to children. Your desire will be for your husband, and he will rule over you. So from there, I am learning that God looked at ruling like a curse. When it was one eye, it was a blessing. And when it was the living creatures and the great creatures and the water and the birds and the bees, it was a good thing. But soon as it is out of his hands or out of his control, I do feel like it is a negative and it is a curse. Because there's something that has happened with God and ruling. At first it was a good thing because he told male and female that you can rule over all these things and subdue it. But it instantly has turned into a curse. Because now men is going to rule over women. That's a curse. No woman should want to be submissive to a husband. Now, what they would tell you in church is that to please God. I don't see here a redemption. I don't see where it says, if you obey, then I will let you back in. It is just a curse. I'm not seeing the Beauty and the Beast where it's the rose on the last petal. If he kissed you right, then you can be equals. I don't know. So it is some sort of program, I do feel. But a lot of women, especially like people that go to church with male pastors, they are led to believe to please God, to do what God wanted you to do, is to be submissive. That is not what God wanted you to do. God never wanted you to be submissive. That is a curse. You giving birth is a curse. So you want to please your curses? I don't feel like pleasing my cursing. I don't feel like doing. I don't want no damn man. I don't want no damn devil. So since I'm two in the same, I don't give a damn. And to Adam, he said, because you listened to your wife and ate from the tree about which I commanded you, you must not eat from it. Cursed is the ground because of you. Through painful toil, you will eat food from it all the days of your life. It will produce thorns and thistles for you, and you will eat the plants of the field. All right. By the sweat of your brow, you will eat your food until you return to the ground, since from it you were taken. For dust you are, and to dust you will return. All right. So basically, somebody's going to have to do work, but somebody was already doing work. Men and women was going to do this. So it is only negative now because God has spoken and said that it is a curse. Beforehand, when God had work to do, it was not a curse. And when God passed that work on to Lord God, it was not a curse. When God passed it on to man, It was not a curse, but God had to plan. Lord God had to take somebody's away from places. Lord God had to do it and get a duster for his house or his ashes. I don't give a damn. But somebody was already going to be working the grounds. But now it is a curse. Because that you is going to get back to work. But you can't eat from that work. But you might have to work all your life. But I only created you to work all your life. And also, now you can get some thorns. They said Bella thorns. Now you can get another white woman. I don't know what you can get. Or you can get a crown of thorns. But what you is going to do is get to working. Because somebody only ever created you to get to working. I don't know if people notice that, but man is only made it to hunter-gatherer to get to work. Because I don't have time for that. But you now will do, I think the grand finale of that is the curse. You will die. No, you will not die. You will turn back to what you was originally made from, which is dust. And dust you shall return. You will get back to dusting. I don't know, but you will do. You're going to get a man as a fucking maid, and you will be a lady, and you will dust. I don't know. So Adam finally identified and named his wife after all that cursing, because he can now, because he can rule. He can rule over that women. He just can't never rule over a master. Adam named his wife Eve because she would become the mother of all living things. Pause. There are certain living creatures that she's not the mother of. The living creatures that were already there before her. There's living creatures. Do I need to go back to one eye symbolism? Here, my friend. So, God created great creatures of the sea and every living thing. Where is it? Here we go, right under my finger. Living thing. Those are being ruled by male, female. Well, they're being subdued. I don't know who she is. I don't know who Eve is going to be the mother of, but she's not the mother. Maybe going forward, but there will already be some creatures that are living. Now, her day mother. Because she will become the mother of all the living. What's the living? Those livings ain't being. So I don't know which one she's going to. Because these things, Mary and Abel. What's his name? What's his name? What's his name? Who's that? Adam and Eve. I don't know if them are even those in living. The man called each living creature that was its name. Okay, so there was a naming ceremony where the Lord God called forth all the living creatures so they could be named by Adam, who ended up getting a name. And I do know that he breathed life and they became a living beings. See, I circled a being because I feel like that is important. When Eve was created, blah, 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 da, 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 no. Eve not ever been living. Goes off what I'm seizing here, when the Lord God made the woman from the rib he had taken out of the man and brought her to the man. The man said, "This is my bone of my bones and my flesh of my flesh." Adam had just got flesh. She shall be called women, for she was taken out of men. The thing that is missing is that breathe the breath of life into that woman. That's the thing that's missing. Is that not necessary? So I doesn't know, but someone don't need that. I don't know what it is, but somehow it's gonna get to be everybody's mama of all the living, but it's not the living being, because she can't ever be Adam's mommy. I don't know what the hell. So the Lord God made garments of skin for Adam and his wife and clothed them. When you think of, they had skin to skin contact, it makes me think of the song by Rihanna, Just Put Your Skin, Baby, on My Skin. I thought that song was about a woman giving birth and having a baby, and that moment where after you have a baby, even the father, if he's there, they're like, get topless or something, or let that baby feel your skin. I don't know what they're doing, but somebody want to get some skin. Somebody skinned somebody alive. Eve. There's some things I was taking out about that, so it must be top notch about it. And the Lord God said, so the God was still clothing him. And the Lord God said, the man has now become like one of us, knowing good and evil. Kendrick Lamar thinks somebody is not like us. He must not be allowed to reach out his hand and take also from the tree of life and eat and live forever. What was they saying that to? Who is that? Who is that to? Who is us? Who is us? So us got to be one-eyed symbolism, because they said, let us make man in our image. Let us make mankind in our image, in our likeness, so they may rule over the fish in the sea. It wasn't a curse then, but somebody might have been cursing somebody at that point. I don't like being cursed. But now he says that the problem is, who is him talking to? Is he talking to Lucifer? Who is him talking to? Who is you talking to? It says the man has now become like one of us. Oh, which one of us? Who? I don't know. So I definitely is not like us, because I don't know which was us, and knows in good and evil. He must not be allowed to reach out his hand and take also from the tree of life and eat and live forever. Stop right there. I'm not like us. Somebody can't live forever. The Lord God said, the Lord God can't live forever. It can't. Because it just says so. I don't know who. I have some caricaturing right there. Let me see what that is. That got something to do about the serpent. Somebody got crossed. I don't know what it is, but some Lord God. I don't know. So the Lord God banished him from the Garden of Eden to work the ground from which he had been taken. Drove is new. After he drove the men out, so we're now talking carcasses, he placed on the east side of the Garden of Eden cherubim and a flaming sword flashing back and forth to guard the way to the tree of life. Yeah, I think I seen one of those earlier. I know that sounds crazy. I haven't named it yet, but I did do a collective energy reading for the signs of Aquarius through Leo. What is that? 1-8. I don't know what it is. There is something goes on in the middle of that. Gemini, it takes that resonates, but I don't know what's going on, but baby, oh, you know what? I'm seeing a sigil. I'm seeing something. I need to put my phone on charger, so I don't know how much longer. I hope I don't make this take it. I doubt that I win. Let me see. I'm seeing this. I have accidentally drawn this. Is that a window? Is that a cross? Zodiac. Zodiac killer. I don't know what it is. A target? I have no idea what that is, but I see that in my Bible. But anyway, so now we are being introduced to cherubims, and we are being introduced to swords. Conversations, I don't know what it is. Cherubim conversations, private conversations. Let me tell you something. Fiery ones, before then, we didn't ever know about no damn cherubims. I don't know what that is, but it says in cherubim. Cherubim. I bury. Somebody buried. I don't know what it is. Me buried. I don't know what it is. But something Betty, that's new. And I said that that's anything new from this point on because it's got to be a little side-eyed. So God kicked somebody the hell out and said, you can't have forbidden knowledge, but brought somebody in that could take somebody's place at the top and that didn't have to work and could be more beautiful than you. And the serpent could go forth and live off you and torment you or whatever else has you. And also women, you're the lowest of the low because men can also rule over you, but him getting tormented by God and you're getting tormented by the devil or whatnot. And you can hear all the conversations that the man is going to have and you give him feelings and all that good shit, but and logic and reason and bio and all that good shit, but he doesn't give a damn. Cause property, I don't know what it is. And also mama, I don't know what, but bruh, where them cherubims come from? They was just enjoying heaven this whole time. I'm feeling some sort of way about that. I'm feeling like, you ever seen that movie with Justin Timberlake? What was it called? I forget what it's called. Where the people at the top, they live forever and they got infinite money and they take their damn time. Like they just be just out there just taking their time. They don't run, they don't do nothing that could put their life in danger. And he lived with his mama, but everybody clock stopped working at 25. I can't not remember what's the name of that movie. But he meet that guy and that guy tired and he rich as hell. He rich where it matters because he can live forever. He can't live forever, but he can live way longer than average Joe. That's trying to encompass innocence or something. But that guy, he give up his stuff. I wish a cherubim would give me some of their money, their time, and their space. Cause get the hell out. I'm sure you're tired. Cause I'm tired. I'm tired. I don't even did. I'm tired of being poor. So I feel like Justin Timberlake. Well, I too want to take my time. Well, I too want to take your time. I don't know. Give me your time. I don't know what it is. So let's get on to Cain and Abel. That got something to do with AC, a fan. That got something to do with some questions. So there's some questions here about the CA. I'm going to have to say it got something to do with B. Because B is supposed to be in the middle, backwards or forwards. So we're talking about an ambigram. This could be a code, a Da Vinci code. I don't know what it is. So let's go ahead and get to it. Adam made love to his wife, Eve. That's new. I don't know what love is. Who wanna knows what love is? What's love? What's love got to do with it? What the hell is that? Because somebody's now got to go through hell. So you want to make love in hell? I don't want to. Because that wasn't even a requirement in Eden. I don't know what it is. And she became pregnant and gave birth to Cain. But that's a curse. As soon as that woman becomes pregnant, that is a curse. Cain is a cursed child. Cain is a curse to his mother. Cain is a curse to his father. That pregnancy is not a good thing. Because it's not. Because that's what God said. You don't give a fuck about your babies. Because it's not a good thing. She said, with the help of the Lord, I have brought forth a man. Later, she gave birth to his brother Abel. With the help of the Lord, she must has bumped her head and get amnesia. Because it was got to be with the help of the serpent. Because someone said, I hope that hurts you. Being a mother. I hope that hurts you. Having children. I hope it curses you. Why? Because you think you're supposed to be the creator of all living things. I'm pretty sure that somebody was already doing that. But Eve somehow her more beautiful, her more wiser, because the serpent told her to. But somebody was already being a mommy or a creator or a fault. I don't know. But somebody wants to take it upon themselves. And she gave birth to a man. I don't know what she gave birth to. Because when the Lord God gave birth to a man and breathed into it, it wasn't celebratory. And when the Lord God gave birth to her, no one cares. I don't care. But she gave birth to his brother Abel. Now, Abel kept flocks. That's new. And Cain worked the soil. Cain was working something out with himself and where he come from. Regardless if he knew it or not, he had generational curses because his daddy come from that soil. Well, he come from dust, from the ground. So in a roundabout way. In the course of time, that's new too. We did not ever get time. We had seconds. Cain brought some of the fruits of the soil as an offering to the Lord. All right. So this is actually the first time that we get introduced to fruits. What was given on the tree was not a fruit. This is the first time that we see the fruit. Whatever that fucking that is. Could be an apple. In the course of time, Cain brought some apples of the soil as an offering to the Lord. All right. So there's secrets here, obviously, between mother and father that they have not told their child. The child would not know that mother and father are cursed by God, their God, my God. Somebody, I think it's called dibs on somebody God too. I don't know why I started thinking that. But there's secrets, there's family secrets here, right from the jump. And Abel also brought an offering, fat portions from some of the firstborn of his flock. They would not know that God does not favor them. Cain and Abel would not know that they are not favored from God. God don't favor Adam. God don't favor Eve. God don't favor Cain. And God don't favor Abel. But somebody got secrets. But on Cain and his offering, he did not look with favor. Oh, okay, yeah. He would not look in favor for not naming one of them fucking offerings. Unless it's something fat. So somebody likes fat. So Cain was very angry and his face was downcast. Then the Lord said to Cain, why are you angry? I did start thinking about 33 Fallout with the vault as well. But that's from the beginning. But they said the beginning is the ending. Let me go down. Why is your face downcast? If you do what is right, will you not be accepted? So somebody was turning brothers against brothers because the secret is somebody don't like them. So somebody would be tormenting somebody because somebody don't like them. Because somebody don't like somebody's mama. And somebody don't like somebody's daddies. But somebody is still not knowing that, trying to please somebody. So you figure out who somebody don't like. Will you not be accepted? But if you do not do what is right, sin is crouching at your door. It desires to have you, but you must rule over it. Impossible. Impossible. Because the big secret is father thinks he rules over wife and mother thinks she rules over children, but the serpent rules that house. Because the serpent has been told that you deal with them. I don't like them. So they would work solely for the serpent. Because somebody said you eat from the ground. And somebody talking about I'm getting apples. Somebody like fruit for a serpent. But who don't is who them think that was talking to. Give a fuck. Now Cain said to his brother Abel, let's go out to the field. Oh, what? The fruit don't fall too far from the tree. Whatever. While they were in the field, Cain attacked his brother Abel and killed him. Killed is something new as well. We never seen killed. Okay, so that happened and it was a curse. It had to be a curse because them children was cursed. Their family is cursed. That lineage is cursed. And the serpent rules that house. And I'm pretty sure they don't talk to God because God said, get the hell on. I now got cherubims. Then the Lord said to God, but it's not Lord God. It's just the Lord now. So before it was Master God, Master. No, it's not. It's just the Lord. And we have already been told that somebody is going to rule over their fucking house. And it's not God anymore. It is serpent. So, you deal with that. Now Cain, okay, then the Lord said to Cain, where is your brother Abel? I don't know, he replied. Am I my brother's keeper? The Lord said, what have you done? Listen, your brother's blood cries out to me from the ground. Now you are under a curse and driven from the ground. which opened its mouth to receive your brother's blood from your hand. Somebody eating, somebody heard, and somebody saw, somebody conquered, somebody eat from the ground. That's somebody's job. So somebody's get buried in the ground. According to the Bible, you're probably going to get swallowed and get into the belly of a beast. But it ain't going to be your mama. I don't know what it is. Somebody says, listen, burger. It's about the crossroads. So, yeah. Okay. When you work the ground, it will no longer yield its crops for you. You will be a restless wanderer on the earth. I start thinking about Roman Empire. So there's a wanderer. And also a wanderer women. Wow. They say it's a world of wondering. That got something to do with education. I don't know what it is. It got something to do with little children. Probably have child's understandings. Because somebody said, shut the fuck, don't talk to me no more. And somebody else is your Lord. Because somebody else is your goddamn Lord. Because it says, I know what rule means. I know what govern. I know what own. I know what do. Okay, Cain said to the Lord, my punishment is more than I can bear. Bear witness. I feel like it's something here. So what I'm going to do is do this here. If you want to also do it, you can. And it is the paragraph where the Lord said, what have you done? Okay. Because it's a repeat. It's a repeat. The fruit don't fall too far from the tree. That's something that was asked of somebody's father. That was asked of a man before named Adam. What? It wasn't asked of Adam. It was asked of mother and father, I do believe. Martha? I don't know. And, okay, so Cain said to the Lord, my punishment is more than I can bear. Today you are driving me from the land, and I will be hidden from your presence. I will be a restless wanderer on the earth, and whoever finds me will kill me. All right. So that Lord says, you know what? Because you have murdered, and because I need y'all to work the ground that feeds me, I do not want to lose another body. And since you now is my properties, you need to get the hell on, because what I won't have you do is murders in here. So even the devil don't like murdering, I do believe. Or whoever the serpent was don't like that shit, because that's less bodies. So something's going on with that. And also, someone said, now you must also get out. So somebody did learn. Someone did learn. Someone did learn. And they did not have forbidden knowledge. And I think it was the devil. He did learn. And what the devil learned how to do is be God. That's a curse. It's a blessing and a curse. But that's what he did learn to do. But the Lord said to him, not so. Anyone who kills Cain will suffer vengeance 7 times over. But we're saying that third person now. He's saying Cain, like, you know how you reference yourself? Like, he didn't say you. He said whoever kills Cain. Who is he talking to at that point? Do Cain not know his name? I don't know. Someone's a murderer. But Cain, someone's blind. I don't know what the hell, but I'm gonna now circle that. It makes that speeds a big ol' eye. The reason why I'm circling that and making that be an eye, was somebody supposed to be a pupil? Did I draw the devil? The reason why I did that is because I feel inclined to do it, but because that's a third person, Cain. That's the first time that I have heard that name be spoken like that. I don't recall beforehand. It was just you, I, us, them. We haven't had a we yet, but I don't know. That just stuck out to me. Okay. Yeah. That was the first time that someone said that like that. Like, it was like before it was to Adam, he said, because you to your wife. Someone speaks differently. The devil speaks different. I don't know. Anyway. Okay, so then the Lord put a mark on Cain. Oh yeah, I put a mark on him. I put a mark on him because I put a mark on him because somebody started saying Cain. Put a mark on Cain so that no one who found him would kill him. So he made him untouchable because he was a murderer. Most people fear murderers. Somebody got a blessing for murdering. Someone got to leave their work behind, go be free, and not ever have to worry about consequences. But to that person, they know that it is a curse. To other people, they don't know. I don't know. So Cain went out from the Lord's presence and lived in the land of Nod, east of Eden. Nod, it's like nod if you are in agreement. Or someone done. I don't know if I use this. Hold on, y'all. Oh shit, I ain't gonna do that because I'm not about to pull that thing out. Alright, so we are about to be almost done because my phone about to die. I need to put on the charger. It ain't too late, so I'll probably pick up a little later. Cain made love to his wife. I don't know who Cain's wife is, but after Cain got murdering and became a free man and was able to go around the world, nodding or giving yeses and nos to people, in secrets, signs, secret looks and handshakes. I do believe then he got married to some unknown women, and he gets to make love, just like his mother and father when they got cursed. So he gets to have his own cursed family. But for some reason, it's less visible. If you don't know Cain, like if you would have just come across Cain, it's not that Cain would seem set up in life. Cain would seem like a made man. Like he got a maid, him free. He don't got nothing holding him back. He don't got a, and he got a wife and stuff. It's pregnancy. But, and Cain gave birth to Enochian. So we know that Enochian is a secret language. It's Enochian. It's magic. So somehow somebody's got an elephant. George? Somebody's got somebody, Leo. Oh, I don't like that. I saw strangulation. I don't like that. Artichoke. Cain was then building a city. So Cain then became a master builder. He built a city. Because it's got magic. And he named it after his son Enoch. To Enoch, but how did he start speaking the language of the angels? What angels? Los Angeles? I don't know what like angel, but he starts speaking, says it. To Enoch was born Irad. And Irad was the father of Mehujael. And Mehujael was the father of Methush. I don't like that it says in Medhush. I don't want to hush and hush. So when somebody says on hush hush, this is on a hush. I don't know what is on a hush, but it got something with me. So whatever was taken out to do with MC squared is a body at rest or a body at motion. I don't know, something. And the father of Lamech. Lamech? I don't know who that is. I don't know. Lamech or something. Married 2 women, one named Ada, let me think of Tada, and the other Zillah. I think of Zillow. I always go on Zillow when I want to imagine myself living in $2 million condo somewhere. Ada gave birth to Jabal. I don't like Jabal. Someone's having a ball. That's a secret cabal. He was a father of those who live in tents and raise livestock. Somehow, even though he was cursed and he kicked out and he murdered his brother, he still inherited everything his father had or everything his father wanted to have. He still got livestock and he didn't even have to work the land. He started getting shit and he didn't have to do nothing but once murdered his brother. So he just started inheriting shit because he motherfucking want to, because the devil told him so, because the Lord told him so. Get the fuck out. Wow. And he still got a lovely family lineage and all this legacies and all this stuff. But it's a curse. I want you to remember that all this legacy, all this being able to go back is a fucking curse from the very beginning because somebody don't like somebody's mom and somebody don't like somebody's daddy. Because somebody's like, I made you, and you want to say you has a family legacy. I said you dirt. Or excuse me, I said you dusty. Use a duster. They would have thought it was a curse. They would have looked at somebody like a beast or a witch. I don't know what the fuck it is. He was the father of all who play stringed instruments and pipes. So I don't know why this making me think of Pan. I don't know. So what is this? We're talking now Olympus. This is victorious no matter what. And Zillah also had a son, Tubal Cain. So that's like to Cain. And who forged all kinds of tools out of bronze and iron. Yeah, I do believe that's like that one. Hephaestus. I don't know what it is. And Nama Lamech said to his wives, listen to me, Ada and Zillah, listen to me, wives of Lamech. Hear my words. I have killed a man for wounding me, a young man for injuring me. If Cain is avenged 7 times, then Lamech 77 times. 777. 777. That's an angelic number that has something to do with the account. I forget where it was, the 7th day to Genesis. Look at all the work he had been doing. So he gets to do some rest. But this one won't ever be hurt. Because if something happens to him, then something worse can happen to you. So that's a threat or it's a promise. I don't know. Somebody said, let him rest. I don't know. Adam made love to his wife again, and she gave birth to a son. Adam's still out there fucking around. And his son done had sons that had sons that had sons. Oh, shit, they done get a family. Taurus. Gave birth to a son and named him Seth, saying, God has granted me another child in place of Abel, since Cain killed him. So we get a Sethite. Seth got something to do with Nephilims. Seth also had a son, and he named him Enosh. So he tried to get a generic version of Enochian. So 2 people were trying to both speak an angel language or have some sort of understanding, a secret tongue. And they just turned the C from an S. No, they turned the C into an S. I don't know, but they're losing it. And at that time, people began to call on the name of the Lord. The Lord ain't God. What the Lord is doesn't something. But it's got a S. Nosh. Nosh? Nos? You knows? Oh, he knows. I don't know, that's what it says. This is the written account of Adam's family line. This is from Adam to Noah. So this is another account. So this is another balance, ledge, okay? But this time, we're not talking about if any trees have been planted or shrubs or bushes or heaths, because there has been. But it just don't got nothing to do with what they're doing. When God created mankind, he made them in the likeness of God. He created them male and female and blessed them, and he named them mankind when they were created. Who's saying this? It don't matter who's saying this because it's from a cursed tongue. It's from a cursed family. I am actually going to stop right there. I am not cursed, so do not take my I am for that. But I'm going to finish this later. I do got to put my phone on the charger. So, Godspeed. God bless. Bye.